In the world of fantasy, where magic, mythical creatures, and epic battles reign supreme, there's something so captivating when two characters who start off as enemies ultimately find love in the most unexpected of places. From sworn enemies to star-crossed rivals, get ready to experience the thrill of forbidden love, the power of redemption, and the magic of adversaries turned soulmates in some of the most beloved fantasy series of all time. Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 enemies to lovers in fantasy TV shows. Chloe Decker and Lucifer Morningstar. Lucifer. Lucifer sees the enemies to lovers trope weaving its magic between Chloe Decker, an LAPD detective, and the devil himself, Lucifer Morningstar, who decides to take a break from hell and live it up in LA. The show revolves around Lucifer assisting the LAPD in solving crimes while navigating both celestial and earthly challenges. Initially, Chloe sees Lucifer as a charming but irritating nuisance, but as they begin working together, the initial friction gives way to undeniable chemistry and mutual respect. And as they overcome celestial secrets and personal demons, their dynamic evolves from reluctant partners to passionate lovers. Nick Burkhardt and Adalind Schade. Grimm. The supernatural drama Grimm follows Nick Burkhardt, a Portland police detective who discovers that he comes from a long line of Grimms, guardians tasked with keeping the balance between humanity and mythological creatures known as Vessen. At first, Nick sees Adalind as one of his greatest foes, since she's a powerful witch with sinister intentions. However, as their lives become more and more intertwined, through shared struggles and growing trust, Adalind's transformation from villain to ally begins. Her redemption arc, combined with Nick's capacity for forgiveness and understanding, paves the way for an unlikely romance. Sara Lance and Ava Sharpe. Legends of Tomorrow. In the DC Comics-inspired series Legends of Tomorrow, a group of misfit superheroes travels through time to prevent temporal aberrations and save the world on a weekly basis. During these adventures, an unexpected love story blossoms between Sara Lance, a skilled assassin turned leader of the Legends, and Ava Sharpe, a stern Time Bureau agent. Initially at odds with each other due to their differing approaches to protecting the timeline, Sara and Ava's dynamic shifts from professional disdain to a genuine romantic connection. As they are forced to work together, their fiery confrontations evolve into a deep emotional bond, culminating in an enduring romance that defies all odds. Sookie Stackhouse and Northman. True Blood. True Blood is set in a world where vampires live openly alongside humans, which is a fitting background for the complex relationship between telepathic waitress Sookie Stackhouse and powerful vampire Northman. Their relationship begins with tension and animosity, driven by their clashing personalities and Eric's ruthless nature. Yet, as they are drawn into a series of supernatural conflicts, they begin to uncover deeper layers of each other's characters, and their dynamic shifts from distrust to undeniable attraction. Their connection is marked by intense chemistry and mutual growth, with Sookie's empathy softening her view of Eric and his vulnerability bringing forth a genuine affection for Sookie. Klaus Mikaelson and Caroline Forbes. The Vampire Diaries. Another very interesting and honestly quite unexpected love story is the one between the ruthless vampire-werewolf hybrid Klaus Mikaelson and human-turned-vampire Caroline Forbes. Set in the town of Mystic Falls, The Vampire Diaries mainly follows Elena Gilbert as she falls in and out of love with two vampire brothers, Stefan and Damon Salvatore. But it's Elena's best friend Caroline's romantic relationship that takes center stage here. Klaus starts off as a major antagonist in the show, causing Caroline to see him that way as well. But as the series progresses, Caroline's strength and resilience intrigue Klaus, leading to moments of genuine connection. And despite Klaus's dark reputation, Caroline's dynamic with Klaus shifts from animosity to a surprising romance. Jon Snow and Ygritte. Game of Thrones. In the epic fantasy series Game of Thrones, we witness the battle for the Iron Throne of the Seven Kingdoms. Jon Snow, a noble member of the Night's Watch, encounters Ygritte, a fierce wildling warrior, while on a mission beyond the Wall. Bound by their opposing allegiances, their relationship starts with suspicion and animosity. However, amidst the harsh landscapes and political intrigue of Westeros, Ygritte's fiery spirit and Jon's honor-bound nature spark a passionate romance. And although their love story ultimately ends in heartbreak, it's still filled with moments of tenderness and love. Clarke, Griffin, and Lexa, The 100. The 100 is a post-apocalyptic series that centers around a group of juvenile detainees who are sent back to Earth from the Ark, a space station that people used to flee nuclear apocalypse 97 years ago. Clarke Griffin is their resilient leader, while Lexa commands the clans of humans who survived the apocalypse, known as the Grounders. Serving as commanders of opposing sides, initially their relationship is full of deep-seated mistrust. However, as they are forced to work together to face common threats, their mutual respect and understanding grow. Lexa's strength impresses Clarke, while Clarke's compassion captivates Lexa, and ultimately their bond deepens into a profound and transformative love, overcoming political intrigue and cultural divides. Buffy Summers and Spike, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer Buffy Summers has a very complex dynamic with charismatic yet villainous vampire Spike. Since they're deadly enemies, at the beginning their encounters are marked by deep-seated hatred. But their relationship takes a wild turn when Spike's feelings for Buffy start evolving. His quest for redemption and struggle with his darker nature reveal a more vulnerable side of Spike. And Buffy, in turn, begins to see Spike's potential for change and his unwavering loyalty. Amidst battling supernatural forces, their connection becomes a focal point of the series, with Spike transitioning from foe to an ally and eventually a tumultuous lover. Nina Zenik and Matthias Helvar, Shadow and Bone. Based on Leigh Bardugo's Grishaverse novels, Shadow and Bone is set in a war-torn world divided by a monstrous shadow called the Shadowfold. It introduces Nina Zenik, a passionate Grisha heartrender, and Matthias Helvar, a rigid Grisha hunter with a deep mistrust of Grisha. As sworn enemies, their relationship begins with intense hostility when Matthias captures Nina, intending to bring her to justice. Yet, their dynamic shifts after they are stranded together in the Fjerdan wilderness and must rely on each other for survival. They slowly begin to understand and respect one another, and their relationship loses its hostility to make way for forbidden love, challenging their ingrained prejudices. Emma Swan and Killian Jones, Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time blends fairy tales and modern life by following Emma Swan, a bail bonds person with a tough exterior who finds herself in the town of Storybrooke, where the residents are actually fairy tale characters. Eventually, Emma meets Killian Jones, aka Captain Hook, a cunning pirate with a thirst for revenge. Due to their opposing goals, Emma and Killian start out as adversaries. Killian's charming pirate persona clashes with Emma's guarded nature, creating a dynamic filled with tension. However, as they face numerous dangerous quests together, their relationship begins to change. What begins as witty banter and undeniable attraction turns into true love, showcasing how love can bloom even in the midst of magical mayhem. Do you agree with our picks for the top 10 enemies to lovers couples in fantasy TV shows? Are there any couples you'd like to add to this list? Let us know in the comments. Check out TVShowPilot.com for the full list of TV's best enemies to lovers couples, and don't forget to subscribe to the TV Show Pilot YouTube channel for more videos like this.